Hi, this is Earthy Love Medicine, and you are joining me for day 44 of my cleanse. So, let's see. Um, Today was like a really tired day. My schedule's like really super whack. Like totally slept in today, which I never sleep in like that. Not till no 11:30. So, that was kind of annoying. So now I'm like going to bed tonight. I'm like not sleeping in all day. I hate that. And I'm super tired right now. So today was just one of those days where just I'm tired all day. Um, you know, and one of the struggles today is Wednesday, and I started like halfway through Sunday doing um, an electronic detox so that I'm not, because the dopamine detox, whatever. I understand what it is. It's basically like resetting your brain from like sitting there getting dopamine hits all the time. And that's why today was really hard because it was like a overcast day. So I really didn't want to go outside and, in my house, I just kind of, it's like one of those days when it's a little bit colder. You just want to snuggle up and watch something or and I wasn't doing that and it was very difficult. So now I'm tired. I have I could read or I could do something else, but as far as like setting off dopamine hits, I got nothing. So I feel edgy and I just want to go to bed and yeah, that. So um the positive thing is that now that I've kicked up my stuff a little bit with the enema, doing the coffee enemas again and that kind of thing. Like I'm really passing more parasites again, and the very gross, uncomfortable mass that I still have stuck in there is slowly starting to come out. But ooh, yay! Let's talk about my poop some more. No, just playing. But that's just part of this journey. Is the poop because there's a lot of it. I started out this doing this still very overweight. So I'm very toxic inside. I obviously had impacted colon, which was, infested with parasites because as I break that thing away, the more and more keep coming out. So, yay. Um, I have a lot to say, but I'm just too tired and too um, frustrated with myself to uh, I'm trying to be inside myself and not I'm on my phone to do this video, but and I don't want to get on anything, but there's that part of me that keeps telling me that I do, even though I actually don't. And it's irking me. It's making me feel like I'm missing something, I'm missing something. I need something to fill that space, and it's very frustrating. Um, so I've been thinking so much about all of this. Oh, here's a good one. I keep trying to explain this journey to other people, especially my husband. This is something that I've known about for a long time, but it just took a long time. And I said this literally in a previous video, like in the last couple of days, where, it took me my whole life to get here where I am. And so it's a journey. And so I see that my husband on his own things are coming up around him that are leading him to information that I already have. And it's hard to explain to someone when you're still walking through it. And, it's hard for them to wrap their mind around the craziness that you're talking about. And so one of the big, you know, thank you, big ups to freaking our spirit team, our most high, Jesus, whoever was looking out for us. Um, because my husband came to information today about the parasites and how they actually are almost like a possession because they're intelligent species that will take over inside you and manipulate your cravings and your lifestyle just so that you will continue to create a place for them to live and breed and survive inside of you. But the way he had heard it, it was broken down really scientifically, and because my husband's all about actual real science, and so when he's listening to this, guy and him breaking it down in such a way that he could understand it and wrap his mind around it, and then call me and talk to me about it, was like, ah, oh, yes, so it was a small victory, but he's slowly moving in my direction. And, part of it is just me inspiring him, which feels really good. But also, his interest in it is helping him kind of wake up to what's real now and like what's going to make him feel better. Because, of course, you fight it. I've been fighting it for years that this was the answer. And now I'm here and it's the answer, guys. I don't care if you're fat or skinny. I don't care if you're sick or you're not. Um, if you eat meat or you eat dairy or you're eating all these processed foods, and even at the point where like if you're eating cooked foods, it's not cutting it. So even vegans, like this is what I realized being a vegan is that even being a vegan and eating cooked food, it's not cutting it, you guys. We need the raw food. So it's going to be really interesting for me to transition after this because I was primarily raw before I started since the first of the year. I explained it in a previous video. So in the very beginning of these videos, I explain it. So if you want to know more about my journey to getting to my juice fast and all that kind of stuff, you can kind of see it through my journey. So I'm going to move on, but I my juice fast. Wow, I really lost my train of thought there, guys. I started to like push you back to a different video, and then I was like, oh, see, I'm not even explaining it. And now I don't remember what the hell I was saying. So basically, in a nutshell, um, being raw is the only way. So, and that's what I was saying is that, we don't want to believe that. I didn't want to believe that. I've been fighting it. I tried to go raw or primarily raw like 2 years ago when I became vegan, and I started out really good and I was like partially raw and then partially cooked food. And then over time that just kind of faded away because all my addictions to food and stuff still were there. So I just tried to like fill that hole through being a vegan, and I was able to do that. They make, we're in 2022. So they make vegan food that has no meat and all that stuff, and it's total crap. So it tastes great though. They've done a really good job, and it helped me transition to be, to be sure. Like it's helped my whole family transition away from meat and away from dairy and all that kind of stuff. And like my family still kind of eats a little bit of dairy here and there, but since this year has started, I don't even like bring cheese in the house. Well, I haven't had milk in my house, and I can't even tell you how long. We've been doing plant-based milk for a long time. But the cheese was a big deal. And I've tried to bring it in a couple times, trying to support them, but how I it's so hard because now I know that this has been hurting me like my whole life. So I really want everybody to just do what I'm doing. And it's really hard because they don't want to. They think what they're doing and eating is food. So I have little ones that I am working on getting them to this. My husband, like I said, with my really great victory today, him like finding out information without me that kind of was like, you know, it's the truth, as soon as he heard it from somebody else. He always has to have some like outside source reassure him of what I'm saying because I come up with some crazy outlandish shit sometimes. And, you know, I'm the type of person that likes to provoke thought. So, one of the things I used to do when I started falling down all kinds of truth rabbit holes and stuff like that, if you've been down those holes, then you've heard about the flat earth and blah, blah, blah. I remember my teenage son, he's like, I think he's even like still mad at me about this kind of stuff. But I would like talk to him about it. And then he's like, you believe in the flat earth? And I never ever once said that I did. I said, I think that you should question everything. Here's this whole story, and all these people are convinced that we live on a flat plane. So I don't know, you know, and I don't even know if I would ever get to find out. I'm not going to space. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, how do you, I'm in California and I've never been to New York and I've never seen the Statue of Liberty, but I don't, I don't know it's there by experience. I know it's there because everybody else says that it's there. There's pictures that it's there. But in my reality, it's not there. I've never seen it. Right? So, same thing. How do you know something's real unless you see it for yourself? So, for me, that's why I'm walking through this journey. And doing my best to freaking hang on tight. And, as I'm getting through this video, it's kind of helping me not be grumpy and have appreciation and gratitude, because this is not an easy road. And I'm on day 44 and I'm doing pretty good. I think one of the things that's overwhelming me is realizing that I have a shitload left to do here. Like, I'm still really, really in the beginnings. Like, I don't even feel like I'm in the middle yet. I'm still dealing with the same blockage down there that I've had since I started. And I'm, 44 days in. I started doing the enemas like around day 9. Because I was like, I'm not getting, I needed it. Like, I could feel that it was just like backing up down there with all the juice and everything. So the enemas have like really done, like, made this experience a lot better, because it's helping get all this ridiculousness out of my body. And I could feel it softening everything up down there finally. So I'm really happy about that. But it's still there, so it makes me feel some kind of way. Like, ew, this is like a lifetime of poop or something just stored in one area of my body. I don't even feel like the rest of my tubes are even able to empty out, you know? So, anyways, it feels good that I'm this far, but, you know, we're in April. So, if we're in, April, what, 13th? So the summer is going to be here soon, which there's going to be great fruit. So I'll be able to juice a lot of really amazing fruit. But, like, I want to eat. I want to eat some watermelon, and I want to make fresh salads, and I can't wait to make raw stuff. I'm like really excited about that. I've been testing stuff out. Like, if you watched one of my previous videos, I made a strawberry cheesecake raw, and it's just the way you go about eating them is a little bit different. You take it out of the freezer and you let it thaw for like, 15, 20 minutes, cut everybody a piece and you eat it. And it's a little bit like ice cream cake, and it's amazing. At least the one that I made. I'm sure other people have figured out ways to, make it more solid or whatever. But, it was my first try. And I've always wanted to make something like that. And of course, the crust, I made it with a whole bunch of nuts that I had softened. And right, like, and I made the whole crust and everything, and then realized later that I forgot to put the oats in it so that it had like a little bit more texture. So, you know, almost everybody loved the crust. So, yeah, I'm excited about getting to eat one day, and the summer's coming. So, you know, I mean, right now I'm looking at it, and if I were to eat on June 1st, I would have done 90 days. So, if I eat on ish, because the days are a little off because each month it has different months, and then if I go all the way to July, it's like, bruh, that's a long time. March, April, May, June, July. If I did all the way through July, that's 5 months of not eating anything. And then we just got a thing that my husband's brother is getting married, and they're such a beautiful couple, and I'm really excited for them, and I'm so happy to be invited and to go. And it's like July 30th. So if I'm not eating then, which I guess it doesn't really matter, by then I'd be juicing for so long I wouldn't even care. But and I'd be in such a different space than I am right now, so I can't imagine that that would be that big of a deal. But I'd love to be able to, like, because it's down in Southern California, so I would love to be able to freaking go down there and like try some raw vegan restaurants and that kind of stuff. Like, that would be fantastic. Um, but I may not be eating then. Who fucking knows? Like, how long is it going to take for my body to heal if it's taking me, over a month to like remove an obstruction out of my colon? Like, it's gross. I can't believe how impacted I was. That, like, 44 days in, I'm still got debris like backed up right there. So I'm curious to see what comes out after that. But, you know, I'm really working at getting it out, like, diligently, making sure I make efforts to remove that debris down there so that the rest of my body can flow lovely. So I'm done for tonight, guys. Thank you for following me on my journey to discovering so much more than I thought I was going to discover about myself. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how long this takes, and I hope you stick with me on this journey. If this is the first time you're watching me, thank you for clicking on my video. Feel free to like and subscribe on this video. If you like it, that means that, you know, we can make more content, and people will find my videos so that they can learn about this too, really is what's more important. And then if you hit the notification bell, it'll send you a notification, and then you'll know when I put up another video. So thanks again. Take care. And I hope that this inspires you.